Well, hello. My name is Brandon Knapp, and I want to welcome you to a video I guess I've sort of planned for a while, but at the same time, not really. I've just had a lot of stuff on my plate, so I haven't really got to it. But this is me. I am about to I'm doing an audio recording right now to put into a video that is gonna have images or videos before that, and then this is just me talking. So this was a video that I was sort of planning on either releasing or just, making and then releasing after I already made my my top animes I ever watched video, top 14 or whatever animes I ever watched video. Then I fell sort of into the thing of like having to do research or whatever and like, taking a lot longer than I would have expected. But I'm here now, so here we go. Also, since it's an audio recording, I don't know how long it'll be because I have basically 12 pages to go through of a script. Basically, I wrote for this whole thing because it'd be kind of useless just to say name and then just move on. I kind of want to give a little detail or description or whatever. Now, first off, before I say anything, disclaimer, or I don't know if we true disclaimer. Let me just say this: despite the fact that by the looks of some characters, they look, not 18. I'm gonna say that I'm explaining, and because of the context of their anime series, I'm explaining the attractiveness as of being over 18, or basically being 18 plus, or being 18, 19, basically past the age of 18. So please don't misinterpret what I'm saying or how attractive I'm saying they are. I'm saying this as if they are 18 or above. So please don't get to make accusations or make assumptions. I'm saying this right now before I continue because I want to make sure that people understand or people know that this is my intention with saying stuff like this. It's not that I'm trying to be a creep. It's me saying that I'm saying it as in the context they're 18 or 19, 20. They're past the age of 18. So please understand that, and otherwise I hope you enjoyed the video. So first I'm gonna talk about the To Love Ru series, which here is the first character is Lala. Sorry, you're gonna hear a loud noise because people are idiots. Lala Satalin Devaluk. She's one of the main female protagonists of the To Love Ru series. However, then sort of starts to become a minor character in into Love Root Darkness, which is, I believe, if I'm correct, my research is correct, is the second season or the second of the three seasons. Season the To Love Root series because there's To Love Root Darkness, and To Love Root Darkness second. I'm pretty sure that's accurate. Someone might tell me if I'm not correct about that, but anyway, and so yeah, but she's the first of the Devil Sisters to meet Yukirito, which is the main male protagonist of the series. Lala ends up by accident meeting him in his bathtub naked after trying to escape from a from trying to pretend escape from getting married to, I guess, someone that she doesn't really get married to. She at first pretends to love Rito to keep herself from that marriage proposal, but then she slowly starts to fall in love with him. After she misinterprets a statement he shouted, kind of in like self defiance. And if you're wondering if it was a description of her, she has gum pink hair. Her and her other two sisters, Nana and Momo, all of them have pink hair. And with her, she has emerald green eyes and sizes. If for those perverts, bust is 89 centimeters, 57 centimeters for waist, and 87 centimeters for hip, and her height is 165 centimeters, which is 5'5". Next is her one of her two young sisters, Nana, who is the younger sister of Lala. She is the second princess of Deviluk, but she is of the two sisters the one that shows the least attraction to Rito, even if she does see him as like a hero for saving her a couple times. She has long pink hair, which is styled in like pigtail kind of style, purple eyes, and is described as a slash chested, but people have their kinks of liking people with flat chests, and some people that like them with big chests. That honestly, I really don't care. Her height is 151 centimeters, which, if I'm calculating right, is at least 4'9", which is adorable. Next is Momo, which is the other twin. This is the twin sister of Nana, and is the other second younger sister of Lala. She's the third princess of Devil Luke. Yeah. And she becomes more attached to Rito and focuses on expanding the quote unquote harem plan that she has for him, basically, which I'm assuming, according to anime logic, her harem plan is for him to get like fall in love and like be like the master to all these other female characters. That's just my guess. I'm probably wrong, but anyway, she has short pink hair, just like I said. All the Devil Luke sisters have pink hair. And purple eyes and sizes are 78 bust, 54 waist, and 78 hips. And she's also, if my math's correct, 4'9" is her height. Yeah, I might be wrong because I just don't know for sure. And then next is Monster Musume, and there's at least 3 characters I'm talking about right here. First one's Mia the Snake, which Mia is Lamia, which means, and I think in the term is a snake girl, and is the first girl to be placed with Kimihito Kuroso. Sorry, trying to say it properly is a little bit difficult. Oh Jesus. Anyway, and she because as a part of the kind of like the anime's premise of a cultural exchange between species bill, she always refers to Caruso as darling, and in terms of physical description, she has long bright hair, long bright red hair, I should say, amber eyes, amber slash golden eyes, and sizes are 86 bust, which is an F cup, 55 waist, hips is 90, 50 waist 55 centimeters, hips 90 centimeters, and height questionable, but I'm gonna say it's 5'8". I don't know for sure. I just assume the slime grows. The new slime grows one of the characters that snuck into Caruso's house without notice, and while looking for sources of water. She's the fourth girl to move in with him, and she has a massive green hair in quotations and three yellow antennas in quotations on the tips. When she absorbs a certain amount of water, she chooses a more mature form, becoming taller, bouncier, and curvier than usual. And then the last character I'm talking about from Monster Musume, or Daily Life with a Monster Girl, is the other wording of it, is Rach. Arachnera is a Arachne, aka Spider Girl, is the sixth girl to move in with Kimihito, but is the fifth girl to officially do so. She has short lavender, which lavender is basically like a purple kind of color, with monochromatic red eyes, H cup bust, 55 waist, and 87 hips. First of the four high school the dead female characters to mention. Saya Takagi, she's one of the main characters in that. Physical description, if you need it, is pink hair, orange eyes, F cup or 92 centimeter F cup bust, 59 centimeter waist, and 87 centimeter hips, and height is 155 centimeters, which either 5 foot or maybe 5'1". It depends. Shizuka Maikawa is another one of the main characters in High School is Dead, and is actually the only adult in the group. Basically, means she's the only adult in the group in the group of a lot of teenagers, basically. And she's actually the school nurse at the high school, who is rather ditzy as compared to the rest of the girls in the group, who are a bit more like refined and like have a bit more maturity, I guess, to them. She's a bit of the ditzy one, but it's not, Anyway, and she has shoulder waist length blonde hair, brown eyes, and if you're wanting to know, 108 centimeter J cup bust, 62 centimeter waist, using a 94 centimeter hips. There you go. Rei Miyamoto is a second year student of Fujimi Academy and a classmate, and is the childhood friend of has been the childhood friend of Takashi Komuro since kindergarten. She is also the protagonist of the story next to Takashi and Psycho, who we're going to mention in a moment. She has red hair, long orangey brown hair with bangs hanging over her face, 87 centimeter or E cup bust, 57 centimeter waist, and 89 centimeter hips. People are so loud, it's annoying. Psycho Usojima is another student from Fujimi High School. She's the captain of the Kendo Club. She has straight and shiny thigh length straight purple hair and has blue eyes. She is a 83 centimeter D cup bust, or has that, 56 centimeter waist and 86 centimeter hips. So there you go. Next is Testament Sister New Devil / Testament Sister New Devil Burst. Chisato Hasegawa, or aka she became she is would at some point become one of the main female protagonists. She was at first seen by Pastor Tojo, who's the main male protagonist of the series, as a mentor, but she later developed genuine romantic feelings for him, leading both of them into a sort of secret romantic relationship for the majority of the anime series. Which, as of right now, I'm still trying to continue watching because sometimes my internet's stupid and the site I use, GoGo Anime, is really done with what connection for some reason. Because sometimes, even though I try to watch it, it just won't work at all, which is annoying. Anyway, sorry, off topic. And then we have the Nonaka sisters, Kurumi and Yuki. Kurumi Nonaka is a member of the Hero Clan in Japan and is the younger sister of Yuki Nonaka. And upon joining the Tojo household, she became one of the main female characters in the series. And with her, she has blue-violet hair tied up in a ponytail and has yellow eyes. And then I'm talking next going on to Yuki Nonaka, who's also a member of the Hero Clan and is a childhood friend of Basara Tojo, as well as the older sister of Kurumi. She later became one of the main female protagonists of the series. She has light blue shoulder-length hair, and also has yellow eyes. Last, and I guess I'll say certainly not least, is Mio Naruse. Mio Naruse is a main female protagonist of the series. Mio is seen as is kind of almost the heir of the demon, or is the daughter of a demon lord. Physical description: Mia has long crimson hair reaching her waist, pink eyes, and has a distinctly slender, curvaceous figure with enormous bouncy bazongas or breasts and sizable buttocks. All right, and actually, right now, I'm going to stop for a moment. One, so I can try to plug in my computer so it doesn't die, and two, also so I can take a breath because I feel like I'm rushing through this a little. All right, give me a moment. Hello. I am back for part 2 of the recording I was just doing. I went to take a break because I was rushing a little bit and probably blabbering with my words, which I'm gonna have to hate. I'm not gonna worry about editing it. Never mind, screw it at this point. Anyway, as I was about to continue, Absolute Duo is the next, or characters from this is from the series Absolute Duo. I was just about to mention. Yulie Sigtuna is the female protagonist of the Absolute Duo series, which actually I think it was yesterday, and if I had to go through YouTube to watch, I finished watching it. She is the princess from a European country called Gimle, and she comes to Kiro Cavalry Academy to become stronger, and also basically like an avenger to avenge her father's death. And so she seeks out Toro Kokonoe, aka Thor, for help, and also to help her to teach her his final move. She has long silver hair down to her hips and a twin tail fashion and she also, which she has some like ribbons or something attached to the ends. And she has white as snow pale skin and also has some beautiful ruby red eyes. All right, next is Lilith Bristol. She is another one of the main characters of the series. She is a student from the British branch of Kyoryeo Academy, also called an exception. She travels to Japan in search of Tor, who shares a familiar recognition with him being, forgetting the term, not an exception, an irregular, I think is the term he gets. And Lilith is a beautiful young woman with sapphire blue eyes, red lips, and has beautiful long blonde hair. Next is Miyabi Hotuka. Miyabi Hotuka is another one of the main female main characters. I'm going to be saying this so much with some of these. Just saying one of the main characters because it goes on forever. She came from an all-girls school, which results in her kind of main fear of males. However, in terms of if you're wanting not spoiler the series, she does start to become a bit, you could say, attached to Tor because of the way he is nice and treats her very friendly, and also is there to help her when, like, in one instance of the series, she's running on the track and basically just completely passes out, and so he carefully picks her up and tries to take her to the nurses, even if she kind of fights back at first, being a little freaked out, but it was just him trying to help her. And I think she slowly starts to become a bit attached and maybe starts to develop maybe romantic interest in him. So if they do come out with another series of that or season, I really hope they do because I want to see if that series continues and hope that my mentor finds love. That sounds so nerdy. Next is Tomo Tachibana. She's also one. She's another one of the main characters of the series. She knows a lot of martial arts, including judo, and she cares just like how Tora cares dearly for Yulie. She cares dearly for her duo partner Miyabi Hotaka. And if description, as much I can give, Tomoe has navy blue hair with a yellow headband attached to the side of her hair, and she has a fair skin complexion with orange eyes. Next series I'm talking about here is Infinite Shadows 1 and 2. Hopefully, like some of these, I'm going to say I hope they come on another series or another season of these because some of these animes are very well done. I might say that a bunch of them in the video top 14 animes for the anime video. Anyway, the first person we're talking about is Hoki Shinonono, who is the first heroine to be heroine, not the drug, but like a hero kind of character to be introduced in the Infinite Shadows series. She's the first year student at the Infinite Shadows Academy, and she is the first of two childhood friends of Ichika Oimura, who is the main male protagonist of the series. She is seen as a very beautiful teenage girl of average height with long brown hair that she does keep in a slightly messy ponytail with green and black ribbons, and has dark blue eyes, which for me, as a guy who has blue eyes, I find attractive. Sounds so stupid. Anyway, next is Cecilia Alcott, who is the second heroine introduced to in the Infinite Stratos series. She's the Infinite Stratos representative candidate of England and is the current head of the Alcott family. Um, Cecilia is seen as a very young, charming lady with light blue eyes, which I do enjoy. I have light blue eyes myself. With long, light blonde hair, with apparently a large bust, narrow waist, and curvaceous butt. I don't, I don't try to pay attention to that. Ling Ying Huang, if someone understands the translation or could clarify that, please. I don't want to seem offensive. I probably messed it up really bad. But the nickname that each could give her is Rin, and in this case, Rin is a first year student at the IS Academy. She is the second childhood friend of Ichika Oyemura, who seems to be slightly and pretty much basically completely oblivious to when she tries to ask him if he remembers the promise she made she made to him when they were younger, which he thought of it as her saying that when she became a better cook that he would eat her meals every day. When she was meaning as if she got better cook that they would get into a relationship, which he's completely oblivious to. Thinking that's most male characters for the most part. Most male anime characters are completely oblivious to signals or like hints, so it's not really surprising. And like I said, she's the third heroine to be introduced in the series, and she's also the IS representative candidate of China. And if you want a description, she has light brown hair tied into long twin tails with yellow ribbons at both sides, green eyes, and her fangs can be often visible. Charlotte Dunois is the first year student at the IS Academy and is the IS representative candidate of France, and also is basically the fourth female heroine to be introduced in the series. And as Christian, she has long, straight, and spiky blonde hair that is tied into a little ponytail and has purple eyes. And if you want context, she originally was introduced basically as a male named like Charles Dunois, but then eventually it kind of became known that she was actually female, but she was sent to apparently spy on Ichika and was just to make it a little bit easier. Apparently, her Charlotte's dad wanted her to kind of be seen as like a male, but that was clearly eventually proven to be the opposite. But then she came back and was reintroduced in the series as Charlotte. Yeah, and lovely accent. That sounds so stupid. Anyway, next is the Sarashiki sisters. First is Kanzashi. Kanzashi is a first year student at the IS Academy in Class 4. She is the younger sister of the Student Council President, Tatanashi Sarashiki, and is the IS representative of Canada of Japan. And she's also the seventh heroine to be introduced in the series. And if a brief description, she has dark red eyes and blue hair. And then Tatanashi Sarashiki, the more flirty of the two, I'll say it that much, is the student council president of the IS Academy and is the IS representative of Russia. She is sixth heroine to be introduced to appear in the series, and she's seen as a very beautiful teen girl with short blue hair, with short bangs, pale skin, dark red eyes, just like her sister. Has a very voluptuous and mature body, slender limbs, large breasts, a water snake waist with no trace of fat on her, as according to Ichika Oima, for muscles and a perfect curvy butt. Next series I'm going to talk about briefly for a moment is Haganai I Don't Mean Friends slash Haganai I Don't Mean Friends next series. The other translation or the other wording is very too long for me to explain, but just look it up. And there's only two of these I'm going to talk about here. Yozo Mikazuki, who's the uh, Raganist of the anime series, which, according to Wikipedia, if I recall, was basically like the character that is. She's like the protagonist, like the kind of like this in between the protagonist and the tritagonist. Tritagonist, which is kind of like in between those two. Apparently, I don't know. She is the founder, the first member, and the club president of the Neighbors Club. User has purple eyes, sorry, and long flowing black hair, which she would later cut after an incident where fireworks caused her hair to get burned, or the lower half of her hair to get burned, so she cut it off into like a bob kind of cut. Next is Sena Kashiwazaki, who is, like I said, the female tritagonist of the Haganai series. She is the first recruited member of the Neighbors Club, and as a description, she is a very beautiful woman with mid-length, length, light blonde hair. That has two front strands with bangs swept, which part of her hair has like that very kind of classic butterfly kind of like hair clip in, blue eyes, and has a very, as it basically described as a very curvaceous body. Next is Rosario and Vampire. And actually, I might actually, after this, I'll take a break just so I can get the last two and get a drink. Corona, Corona. I should, oh God. She is basically, she's a succubus and is the third year student at Yokai Academy. One of her goals, basically, is to take Tsukune Ono from Mokakashiya, who basically she sees as like a rival for Tsukune's affections and possibly his virginity. I don't know. And she has like shoulder length, light ocean blue hair that is tied in like in a ponytail kind of style with a purple made headband that has a gold star on the left side. She has deep purple eyes and large breasts and sizes are like a G cup, 92 centimeters, 55 centimeter waist, and 85 centimeter hips. Mizore Shiroyuki is a Yuki Ona, which is in translation is basically a snow woman or someone that basically uses ice as her snow slash ice as her powers, who becomes part of the neighbor newspaper club at the Yoga Academy and is one of the romantic admirers of Tsune Ono, who is also but is basically a stalker that has an obsessive love for him. She's seen as either having one has long, like purple hair, which she later cuts to be about shoulder length, blue eyes that have a bit of purple at the top of her eyes. Next, finally, in terms of this part here is Mocha Akashiya slash I'm gonna say slash inner Mocha Akashiya. Mocha Akashiya is the main female protagonist of the series, and she's also the vampire at the Yokai Academy. And actually, she is the first person that meets Skudai Ono when he steps foot in the yokai realm after basically getting on a bus, being driven over to part of the way through the school. Outer Mocha has green eyes, pink hair, and sizes are a 86 C cup bust, 56 centimeter waist, and 86 centimeter hips. But Inner Mocha, which she only can reveal when her rosary gets taken off, which according to context or canon, Skune is the only one that can actually remove the rosary. It won't remove apparently unless if anyone else tries it. It's only him that can remove it. And Inner has red eyes, silver hair, and D cup 90 or D cup bust, 56 centimeter hips, and 58 centimeter hips or waist, Jesus, and 88 centimeter hips. So basically, a little bit of an increase, I guess you could probably say. And for now, that or part two of the audio, that's done, and I'll see you in a moment for part three. Finally, we have the final part of the audio recording here. Last two series we're going to be talking about here is the Data Life series and the High School DxD series. So here we go. So first character we're talking about in the Data Life series is Mana Takamiya, who was a temporary second lieutenant of the AST, which in short or abbreviated is the Anti-Spirit Team, which is basically like a team it's like a defense force against spirits, which is can be seen as a threat in other cases, including with Shido, as someone that can be saved and can be seen as like an actual human, a human being who has feelings and whatnot. Anyway, and she used to work for the DEM Industries. I had to remind myself what DEM stands for. Basically, she used to work for the DEM industry base in England as a wizard, and she also always seems to be holding onto a pendant with her brother Shido Akashida on it. And she appears as like a description appears to be around the age of like a middle school student, has brown eyes, long blue hair, which is often seen as being tied up in a ponytail. Next, some of these I had no clue about. Have to keep watching. Mukuru Hoshimiya, who's the 10th spirit to appear in the series, who's a beautiful young girl with a voluptuous figure, gold amber eyes, and flowing blonde hair that reaches up to her knees even when her hair is braided. So that's how long her hair is. That even when it's braided up, it can still reach her knees, which is interesting. Nia Honjo is the 9th spirit to appear in the series and is also was considered to be known as the second spirit. Nia description: short ash gray hair, icy blue eyes, and apparently, according to the Wikia for Data Live, Nia's astral dress takes on the appearance similar to that of a nun, which I thought was interesting to find out about. No, shut up. Sorry. Mizu Izayoi. I think I'm saying that right. Please, someone correct me in the comments if I say that wrong. Who is the 6th spirit to appear, who, like Kotori, was a human, but then gained the power of a spirit around the same time that Shido first met Toka. We'll get to her in a few moments. Miku is seen as an idol, who's seen as basically no doubt a beautiful girl with a very voluptuous figure, and smooth skin that has never missed maintenance, which I'm assuming by that terming, what the hell? Term, I'm pretty sure that means basically that it seems that it's never looked different. Like she looks as beautiful as she is. And she has long bluish purple hair and a high make cut and has silver eyes. I think this is like a two-part kind of thing. This one is Kaguya and Yuzuru Yamaya, who are seen as the 5th spirit to appear in the series. The original Yamaya had eventually unknowingly split into 2 separate spirits, which is Kaguya and Yuzuru, which in the end, when they're both to the point where they're both trying to kill each other, Shido makes the deal that he wants to save both of them in the second season. When they're on like a vacation trip or whatever, is when he finds them and then tries to save both of them by sealing their powers individually so that both of them can live and not one of them has to die. Slice spoilers, whatever. Both of them have orange hair with a long strand on each side of the hair, ending in like a twist tornado-like twirl. They also have mercury blue eyes and are close or around the same height. Yuzuru sizes are 90 centimeter bust, 61 centimeter waist, and 86 centimeter hips, and Kaguya sizes are 79 bust, 56 waist, and 81 hips. So there you go. Next is Kurumi Tokasaki, who is the 3rd spirit to appear in the series, but due to her brutal actions, she's referred to as the worst spirit. and is also appears to be the first spirit to appear as an antagonist before uh, I'm assuming before basically that before Shido ends up trying to save her. Is my guess from that. Gunumi description has pearly skin, has long black hair, usually tied in long twin tails. Her right eye is red tinted, while her left eye appears as a golden inorganic clock face. Assuming like her eye is like golden, like a golden yellow, but in like the inside, like where the pupil you think would be, is like a clock kind of thing, which I thought was interesting. Kotori Itsuka is another one of the characters I'm mentioning here. She is Shido's foster sister and is secretly works as the commander of the Fraxinus airship. She is description. She's basically like a cute middle school girl with red eyes and very long, light coral colored hair or red hair. That's usually tied on both sides with ribbons in a variety of colors, called the twin tail hairstyle. But again, as I mentioned, I think in the first part of this, remember, I'm saying this even if I'm saying or mentioning parts for like, mana scenes like of being mystical age. Again, when I'm saying if they were attracted to me or not, I'm referring to them as if they they are 18 or above. So please make sure you listen to that. I'm not a nonce. I find the characters in their own ways attractive, and I would refer them, thinking of them as they were 18 or above. Please don't make that assumption. I would hate to see that some people make that assumption. That would piss me off so much. And we're moving on. Sorry about that. Next is Origami Tobichi. Is another one of the main female characters. She is seen as a highly intelligent classmate of Shido, who is athletic, beautiful, and is seen as one of the most famous people in Shido's school. Origami has the look of a young attractive female with blue eyes, short silvery white hair, arranged in a bob cut with three hair clips. Her height is said to be 152 centimeters, and sizes are bust 75, waist 55, and hip 79. And finally, in terms of the Day Alive series I'm talking about, is the Toka Yatogami, who is one of the main female, is the first spirit to be saved by Shield, and is also one of the first spirits to even appear in the series. Toka is this girl that is seen with very long, dark purple night colored hair, usually tied back with a ribbon of sorts, and has matching dark purple eyes with a golden crystalline tint. Um, Her height is stated to be 155 centimeters, and sizes are 84 bust, 58 waist, and 83 hips. And now we're getting into the longest part, I think, of this list, which is this talking about High School DxD. And I kind of don't blame myself for talking so much, but Jesus Christ, this is obnoxious. Wish I didn't do this now. Anyway, first character talking about is Kuroka Tojo, who is a member of the volley team. Volley being seen as like an arch rival of Issei, but that's from their character Albion and Dreg, the red dragon and the white dragon. And she's also the older sister of Konoha Tojo and is a former SS class stray devil, who is also one of the most wanted criminals in the underworld for killing a master, which was eventually later revealed to be in order to protect her sister. I'm assuming meaning protecting her sister from a vile master or evil master. She's also apparently seen as one of Issei's fiancées, and the description, she's a very beautiful young woman with a voluptuous figure, long black hair with split bangs, and hazel gold eyes with cat-like pupils. My measurements 98 centimeters, 98 centimeters bust, 57 centimeter waist, and 86 centimeter hips, and height is 5'3". Ravel Phoenix is another. Again, I'm gonna just stop saying it. Another character from High School DxD. She is a second year high school student at Kubo Academy and is a former member of Riser's peerage. She was later, through her mom, traded to Issei Hyodo, becoming his servant and becoming the second bishop of his peerage. She is seen as a very beautiful young girl with dark blue eyes, long blonde hair tied into twin tails with large drill-like curls and blue ribbons, keeping them in place. 85 centimeters slash 33 inch bust, waist 59 centimeter waist, and 84 centimeter hips. Ross Feisa is one of the other main female protagonists. She was a former bodyguard of Odin, or for Odin, and is currently acting as a civics teacher at Kyoto Academy and acting, I guess, as Class 3B's homeroom teacher. And she's seen as a beautiful young woman with long excuse me, long straight silver hair and aqua colored eyes, who appears to be in her late teens. Basically, and again, basically, I'm going to say it is 18, 19, or 20. And measurements 96 centimeter bust, 61 centimeter waist, 89 centimeter hips, and height is 5'8", aka 173 centimeters. So pretty good. Konoko Tojo is a second year high school student at Kyoto Academy and a member of the Cult Research Club, and is also Ria's Grimry's first rook, and is one of Issei's fiancés. Konoko is seen as a petite girl with white hair and gold eyes. Her measurements are 67 centimeter bust, 57 centimeter waist, and 70 centimeter hips, and height is about 4'6". So yeah, and some people actually apparently, again, according to the wiki, said that she was like a midget, which in context is just stupid. She pretty much isn't. She's at least 4'6". She's not like below that anyway. Internashido is female protagonist of High School DxD and is also a childhood friend of Issei Hyodo. She is a third-year high school student at Kubo Academy, Class 3B, and is a devout Christian who, even after learning of God's death, still follows his teachings, and then also eventually became one of the like devout like angels or brave saints under Michael, or I think it's Saint Michael. I believe I don't remember. Anyway, she is seen as a beautiful young woman with violet eyes, long chestnut brown hair. That's usually tied into twin tails, each held with a blue scrunchie. On some occasions, she lets her hair down. She has an 87 centimeter bust, 59 centimeter waist, and 89 centimeter hips, and is 5'4". Zenovia Corta, I think I'm saying that right. She is a third year high school student at Kuo Academy, Class 3B, and is a natural born holy sword user who wields holy sword, who is a holy sword user who's able to wield the Durandal, which is the sword that she uses in the anime. And Zenobia is a young woman with chin length blue hair with a dyed green fringe on the right side, brown eyes, and though in seasons 2 through 3, it seems it's like dark yellow eyes, and she has 87 centimeter bust, 58 centimeter waist, and 88 centimeter hips, and she's 5'5". Asia Argento, one of the most adorable characters in the whole series, I'm going to say, along with Kaneko, I'm going to say that too, is a third year high school student at Koho Academy in Class 3B, and is a girl with a very gentle heart who possesses a rare sacred gear called Twilight Healing in her body that is capable of healing the wounds of humans, angels, fallen angels, and devils alike. And she's the one that should say she's the first bishop that she becomes Rias's first ever bishop. When after Issei manages to basically defeat Raynair, and after Rias finishes her off, she's able to bring Asia back as one of her bishops. And Asia is a very pretty young girl with long blonde hair, green eyes, 83 to 85 centimeter bust, 55 centimeter waist, and 81 to 83 centimeter hips, 5'1" height. Akano Himajima is a first year college student at high school at Kyoto Academy. One's I'm gonna say top two female protagonists of the series. She is the daughter of Battlekill, a fallen angel cadre. She is Rias Grimry's queen as well as her best friend. Akano is one of Kyoto Academy's two great ladies alongside Rias, and she also is one of Issei's fiancés. Akano is a beautiful young woman with a voluptuous figure, very long black hair, violet eyes, and my measures are 102 centimeter bust, 60 centimeter waist, 89 centimeter hips, and height is 5'6". Oh, shut up. And then last but certainly not least, Rias Grimry. Felt kind of obvious to wait for her to be the last one. I sound like such a nerd. Anyway, yeah, she is the main and considered one of the main female protagonists. I'd say she is one of the main, but Akano is like a second main female protagonist. She is the heiress of the Grimry clan after her older brother Sir Zax took the title of Lucifer. and she was also one of Issei's fiancés. And later in about the final episode of Hero, Aisha Dixie Hero, which I'm trying to rewatch again because oh my god, I love the series so much as pervy as it is, and as much as a pervy he is. I really enjoyed the series and see him like go through all these, and then also have these beautiful females to be alongside with him. Like, wish I could experience that. I'm stupid. Anyway, yeah, and so she's seen as a beautiful young woman with a voluptuous body, white skin, blue eyes. And on the animes, season 1 through 3, it seems she had like bluish green eyes, which she inherited from her father Zeoticus, and is seen as basically have like a buxom figure with measurements being 99 centimeter bust, 58 centimeter waist, and 90 centimeter hips. And her height is 172 centimeters, which is 5'8". Well, that took a lot longer than I would have liked or would have wanted, but I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you all, give it a like as well. Your sounds for me to, for this to be what I'm doing. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope you'll have a lovely rest of your day. Peace out. Brandon up out, and hope to see you around next time. Bye bye.